Yeah, there definitely has been a shift. And I think a lot of the shift is due to organizations, businesses, and governance heavily relying on third parties, right? And with the advent of third parties, cloud service providers, and quite a few other kind of organizations bringing into the mix of how companies and businesses go about their work, they have extended them into kind of the regulatory framework of the regulatory pool, for example, right? I'll use the government for example. The government is one of the bigger consumers of third parties. That's either a managed service providers. They leverage a lot of cloud service providers, a lot of tools that are third party, custom off the shelf tools for a variety of reasons, for efficiencies, for cost, cutting, and just for best practices, really, right? Best in class. Well, those might not be traditionally tools or organizations or third parties that would normally be subjected to compliance because they're not a government thing. But now, because they have entered into the government ecosystem, either by being a third party vendor or by being a third party provider, they now find themselves subjected to some sort, or at least, casually related to some sort of compliance or regulatory activity. So you see all kinds of different actors now that are being subjected to maybe DoD type compliance regulations because they are a fourth or an nth party provider to a subcontractor. And now all of a sudden they're starting to see, contractual language or things that are requiring them to meet regulatory requirements in a way that they never would have, or they generally don't have to because they don't really play in that space traditionally. So I think as the world and business has continued to kind of expand and kind of merge across various different industries and use and leverage products differently, you've really seen kind of the expansion of the regulatory landscape.